Erotic resurrection, the return of the word to the flesh, toward an incarnational metaphysics of eros, death, and language. The word was made flesh, and the flesh remembered. Beauty will be convulsive, or it will not be at all. The resurrection of the body is the recovery of meaning. There is a garden in her face. Every word yearns for flesh. Language to be redeemed must descend into the body. The voice is not sound, but breath made visible. The spirit incarnated in vibration, meaning without flesh is dead metaphor. Syntax without blood is theology without love. The poet resurrects speech by returning it to sensation, to the touch of the tongue, the pulse of the ear. The body is a text the soul forgot how to read. The skin is the parchment of eros, inscribed by touch, erased by time. The erotic act is hermeneutic, an interpretation of flesh through breath and movement. To love is to translate the invisible into the tangible. Each caress rewrites the word in living script. Resurrection is not the reversal of death, but the reanimation of feeling. To rise again is to feel again. Resurrection begins in the nerve, not in the tomb. The soul that returns to the body redeems time itself. Memory becomes rhythm, thought becomes flesh. Heaven is the movement in the moment. Heaven is the moment when consciousness re-enters the body without shame. Salvation is sensual attention. The opposition of spirit and matter is the primal heresy. Spirit without flesh becomes abstraction. Flesh without spirit becomes inertia. Incarnation is the unity of movement and meaning, pulse and prayer. The erotic resurrection fuses thought and desire into one gesture of awakening. The lover is the true theologian, one who knows that union is truth. To resurrect the body, abstraction must die. The analytic mind, divorced from touch, turns knowledge into bone. Science without eros dissects the world into corpses. To know truly is to love. Cognition is communion. The intellect redeemed is not cold but ecstatic, a thinking that trembles. The end of history is the return of sensation. The last judgment is not moral but tactile. Did you feel what you knew? Resurrection is not elsewhere. It is the rediscovery of the body as paradise. The eternal life is not endless duration, but infinite immediacy. Salvation is the healing of perception, when the eye becomes hand and the word becomes kiss. The resurrected cosmos is maternal. Matter, materia, is mother, the womb that receives all and refuses none. To resurrect the body is to forgive the mother, to return to the earth without guilt. The new heaven is not above but within the soil. Eros is the universal gravity of forgiveness. Everything returns to the mother's embrace. The Eucharist is not a symbol, it is a psychoanalytic truth. Love becomes flesh through sharing, to eat, to speak, all are acts of communion, modes of incorporation. Take, eat, this is my body, the ultimate metaphor of transference. The word becomes edible when Eros redeems theology. The feast is the resurrection enacted daily, the transformation of separation into sustenance. Death and orgasm are one gesture seen from opposite sides. The body dies into the world as the world dies into the body. Resurrection unites both. Death as diffusion, eros as concentration. To love fully is to die continually, to consent to becoming other. The resurrected being lives in circulation, not in permanence. The resurrection of language is the resurrection of the world. Words must be re-enfleshed, spoken with breath, written in sweat, remembered in touch. The erotic resurrection is the metaphysics of incarnation renewed, mind made moist again. Philosophy must become flesh if it is to live. The Logos must desire again. The final word is not spoken, it is kissed. The maternal cave, geographies of the body, labyrinths of birth. From the womb to the world to the architecture of desire. Mother is mold, matter, mutter is mud. The world is our mother's body in an extended sense. The thread is the umbilical. Behold, men live in this sort of cavernous underground chamber. The cave bears the image of the cosmos. The world is the mother's interior turned inside out. Exploration. Every landscape is a memory of maternal flesh, mountains, rivers, caves as wombs. Civilization begins not with conquest but with return, the rediscovery of the mother's topography. To dwell is to remember the womb. To build is to reconstruct her body in stone. The cave as cosmic memory. The cave is the first architecture of consciousness. Paleolithic man painted his gods on the walls of the womb. The labyrinth is not an invention. It is a memory of the intestines. The spiral is the pattern of the placenta, the dance of birth. The labyrinthine cave is the collective unconscious carved into rock. To know is to return. Epistemology begins with the fantasy of re-entering the mother. The child's curiosity, the epistemophilic instinct, is a disguised longing for reunion. Thought is excavation. Philosophy is systematized digging. Every library is a labyrinth, a cerebral reconstruction of the uterine maze. Excavation is the erotic act. Archaeology repeats the infant's digging within the mother's body. The shovel and the penis are homogeneous instruments of revelation. The archaeologist, like the analyst, excavates the buried image of the mother. To uncover the past is to recall the origin. Every ruin is maternal. Dust is the mother's residue, materia as memoria. From the cave to the palace, man builds to simulate enclosure. Architecture is the continuation of gestation by other means. The pyramid is a mountain within a womb, inside the cathedral a body with ribs of light. Every city is a citadel of return. Jerusalem, the feminine fortress. The artificial cave becomes the temple, then the tomb. Birth and burial is the same ritual inverted. The labyrinth is the form of thought seeking its own center. The minotaur is the unborn child, the monster of undelivered potential. The thread of Eridanee is an umbilical cord guiding consciousness towards rebirth. The labyrinth's exit is not outward, but inward. One emerges by remembering. The philosopher's cave is the mother's shadow. Intellectualized. The cosmos is consecrated cave, the internal architecture of divinity. Mithra's grotto, the Byzantine dome. The catacomb, each repeats the cosmic womb. The church buried in darkness is the embryo of light. To worship underground is to kneel inside creation's belly. Theology begins in geology. The study of the womb is sedimentation. Matter and memory are one word divided by time. The earth remembers what man forgets. Every cave painting is a dream left behind by the unborn. To write is to trace with mud. The alphabet is uterine. The word matrix means womb, the origin of all grids and codes. The path out is the path through. To emerge from the cave is to pass through matter's digestive canal. Civilization is the world's slow defecation into form. The spiral of excrement becomes the spiral of galaxies.